What will success look like this season for Jae'Lyn Withers?
I think success for him is knocking down open shots, and continuing to rebound like he has in the past. I think especially his freshman year, he played a little. He's played multiple positions at Louisville out of necessity, but I think the constant really has been his rebounding. And then 2 of the 3 years he shot decently from three, albeit in a small sample size his freshman year. So I think we've talked about all the time, over and over again since the season ended, about if UNC could just hit one or two more threes per game, especially the open ones. If they could knock a few of those down, it changes the outlook of the season completely, just by those 2 or 3 shots a game. And so I think for Withers, if he can again, I don't think he has to shoot 44%. I think it was like he did in conference play. But if he can be competent, 35, 36% on, from 3-point range, and also knock down a large majority of his open shots, he can do that. And then spell Harrison Ingram, at the four at times, and be a reliable rebounder, then I think it's a successful season for him. I don't think there's any grand designs on him being a full-time starter. He might, start some games, but I don't think he'll be a full-time starter or anything. I don't think he's going to be an all ACC guy or anything like that. I think just solid production is what UNC needs for him, and that will make it a successful season.
Sean, happy that you're here and have beaten down the technical difficulty bug. I want to ask you, what do you think fans can expect from Jae'Lyn Withers? Again, that people saw him play for Louisville, and he had the ability to be a dynamic contributor for that roster, despite the shambles that it was last season. What do you think fans should expect from Jae'Lyn Withers this year in a Tar Heel uniform?
I think similar to what Sherrell said, a large part is going to come down to his 3-point shooting. If he can, I don't think he needs to hit the 40% or above, but if he's in the high 30s. Last year he was also 90% overall in catch and shoot situations. But I think in addition, he's not a guy that is going to break defenders down. But I think if he's able to attack using 2 to 3 straight line dribbles, just to make people respect him off the 3-point line, I think that'll be a success. Strong defensive rebounder. I think also if he's able to both offensively and defensively switch between that 4, maybe a little bit of the 3, maybe even go up if need be. But I think from a defensive perspective, if he's able to provide some of that hybrid versatility that we think Hubert's looking for at that spot, I think that'll be a success. It'll be interesting to see from either a starting perspective or first man off the bench how that works and how he does fit in, both from a chemistry standpoint as well as a talent standpoint. Because 2 years ago, he did, the shooting numbers were subpar. So he did really increase, even though Louisville was one of the worst Power 5 teams there that has existed. He did shoot the ball well, and he shot the ball efficiently. But once again, was at a 1-year time frame. So if he can stay consistent with his outside shot and bring a little bit both offensively and defensively, I don't think anybody's expecting him to average 15 points per game. But if he can stay in that, I'd say 8 to 11 points per game, I think that would be a victory.